Hello to you, oh my Mitrandil and Bhatrandil. So I just came out of the gym. I did my leg workout today, and another thing is that I broke my mile run record by 2 seconds, or no, I think I ran it in 6 minutes and 28 seconds, maybe. Yeah, so 6 minutes and 28 seconds. So now I am below 6:30. So that's my record for today. In the last personal best record for the last 3 or 4 months, maybe. And hopefully soon I will be able to cross the 6-minute record. If I keep breaking this record every time, I should be easily able to break the 6-minute mile record for myself. So what's the other news for today? I did my leg workout. The calf press machine was broken last week, so I used some other calf press machine, which is not that great, but I had only about 10 minutes, so I did it very fast with a small weight. So my squats were good, my deadlifts were good, 160 kgs deadlifts 2 sets and 150 1 set, and squats were pretty good, very deep squats of 100 kgs. And then what's the other news for today? The first good news I want to give for today is that my Sabio my trading forex trading account is forex trading is going very well, because I had lost some money last week, and I went from 100,300 to 100,000, so 99,700. I almost lost $600, and in the last four or 5 days I was able to regain all of those and come back to today. I was 100,100 or something, and I actually made $360 in one day or something just by forex trading. So I feel like forex is a very good way to make money. I mean, because my method that I'm working on is the M tops and W bottoms. They work very well, highly predictable, and they never fail. If they fail only once in a while, if I don't see the proper pattern, if I enter into the trade without giving a proper pattern, then it will fail. But if it's a clear M, and if I enter into the trade, if I wait properly, if I patiently wait for the right one and enter into it, I can make almost 1:2 risk to reward ratio. So that's what I did today. I even made $100 profit with just a small in less than 15 minutes. In less than 1 hour I made $100 profit. I don't even have to wait for 2 or 3 days. So I realized that yes, this can be a way of living. I can make it a way of living. I wanted to make sure that this works, but my stock account is going really bad. The SID method, the other method I use for stocks, which is SID method, basically using RSI and MACD, it's not going very well. I should take the profits as soon as I can, and unfortunately it's not a very good method for me, because stocks are highly unpredictable, and one day it starts going in the right direction, and then suddenly, because people start selling and volumes, and stocks are highly subject to all the economic states and economic conditions. But forex it doesn't really matter much. Forex just keeps on going. Foreign exchange is just like a basic requirement, so people will keep on doing it in whatever situation, unless a country completely falls, like for example Zimbabwe currency falls to some levels. Most currencies are always stable, so forex in the long run it's very stable, and in the short term it's very stable. Long run it might change, but for the short term trading, forex is the most predictable and most amazing trading instrument. And I've not yet put my hands on commodities like gas or oil and things like that, but I'll start doing that. And what's the other news for today? I've got only 3 more days left. So today is 17th, 18th, 19th and 20th. On 20th I'll be out from here, from this town, and I'll be in Reading. So on the 20th, and I'll just have to make sure that everything is packed and loaded onto the van. The van is coming on 20th. So I've got two more days. So tomorrow and day after tomorrow, I might come to the gym tomorrow. But day after tomorrow, I might come again for the back workout maybe. But I'm not sure yet, because I can come again on day after tomorrow if I take good rest. But I don't know if because it's a good idea to come, because maintaining some healthy workout regimen in any situation is always a good idea. So what's other news? I've not yet heard from the Oxford people. They have not yet given me any indication that they're going to give me the job. So I'm still waiting. I think if by 22nd, by Monday, so tomorrow is Thursday, day after tomorrow is Friday. Thursday and Friday, they have got exactly 2 days. If they don't reply within 2 days, then I'll have to take the first job, go to Reading, start working 3 days in the office, and see how it goes, and start working and put all my energy into that work and into that job. And I'll also maintain my trading account, try to make at least $150 a day by careful planning. I'll set up the trades in the evening, or I can even use the cell phone for entering into trades while at work sometimes. So I can just keep checking my trades, and if there's a problem, I can get out of trades, get into trades and things like that. But I can't be keep an eye continuously on the trading thing. So I have to put my full effort into working on this job from Monday onwards, and if it doesn't work out, I will if Oxford replies to me in the next 4 or 5 days, then I'll have to ask them to consider giving me a joining date of maybe 1 month from that day, so that I can give a 1 month notice for this job if I don't find it good enough. But I don't know what to do at the moment. So I thought I had the luxury of deciding which one I have, but now I don't have it. And after being tempted by 2 jobs, I have been in a very bad mental state, and I have been in that situation many times before, and it's because exactly of these temptations that I get from all directions. I have been in a very bad situation in my career. So it's like you are cheating on one person, and it's like promising 2 people that you will be for them at the same time. So it's something like that. So you are not properly committing to one of them, and that's the situation that I'm getting. Not sure if I'll be committing to some job for my entire life. So so what I can say is that if I get this job, I will commit myself to this job for my entire life, hopefully, and keep all the negative thoughts away from this job, and start everything from scratch, and put all my energy into it. Because if I had so I don't want to go into another job, looking for another job after this one, and anything like asking for raises and promotions would probably be only through this job, and that would be my main goal. So on Monday, I'll be leaving for London early in the morning, but I'll also have to meet my owner, the landlord, at 7:30 a.m. because I've never seen him in real life, in person. So he said he will come and meet me in person on Monday, and I'll have to pick up the instructions on what to do with my room, and pick up the keys, and pick up the keys from the new workplace. From the new room. He'll keep it somewhere, and I'll have to pick up the stuff and move all my stuff from the van into the room, and it's a heavy load I have to work with, and I don't mind. I'm strong enough to push it all the way through, even if I'm alone. And once I'm done with that, I'll have some more time for on Saturday and Sunday, and I don't know if I get the job for Oxford on in the next 2 days. I don't know what to do, because on Monday I'll have to go to London. It's probably, yeah, I probably enjoy being in London, and I'm quite excited to work in London if possible, but near London is also good. So Reading is a good place to live in and work in. It's about 40 miles from London, so I'm not so uh, I'm okay with working about 40 miles away from London, because 40 miles away from London is almost like the next stop is almost close to Surrey. So Wokingham and Guildford and all those areas. So Surrey is very close to Reading. Berkshire, then Surrey, and then Hounslow and all those places will come, and then West London, and then towards Central London. So I have to go to Central London on Monday and meet them, show them my passport, and do my induction, give them some important information like my bank account details or whatever. So that would be my onboarding day. Having lunch with some people, I think some maybe my bosses. I don't know who I'm going to have lunch with, and maybe I think they'll also give me a new laptop or something. So once that is done, yeah, I'll have to deal with my state of mind at the moment. I have several problems with my state of mind at the moment, and the main state of mind I have is the main emotions I'm going through right now is that I am too basically that I'm 44, and I'm just too bothered by my state in my life. So it's kind of a very faint midlife crisis, I guess. I'm 44, and I don't know what if yeah going through this daily grind every day again, which I've been doing for the last 15 to 20 years, and still now joining again as a normal worker at the lowest probably hierarchy in the office. So that's my main concern, working as they're working at the lowest hierarchy again, dealing with these superiors again, and no reward for all the hard work that I've done in the past 15 to 20 years. And second thing I'm really bothered about is my rent, which is £800, which is really too high. But at the same time, to compensate for it, I'm also getting a higher salary. So, but my mind is kind of really angry at the fact that I have to pay double the rent. So that's the second emotion that I'm going through. And it's not that it's £800. It's the problem is that the room is too small, and it's like a student room. So I'm just a bit concerned that people in my workplace will know what kind of room I live in, which is not a problem. I don't care anymore, because what people think. I'll be going to work every day, and if they start making some kind of jokes about me living in a single studio room or something like that, then I'll have to change the room in 6 months maybe. So I'll give them a notice early, and then I'll tell everyone. Then I'll tell my office that I'll be moving to a new house soon, and I'll probably even consider getting into maybe probably buying a house. I'll tell them I'll buy a house or something. But I'll probably have to do that. And also the other concern that I have is the landlord. The landlord is, and the street where I'm going to live in Reading. It's probably not a great street, as I already mentioned. The landlord is not really my cup of tea. He's just he's probably a nice guy. From the way I spoke to him, he's a nice guy. So I've only spoken to him by email, but usually the Asian violence, black on black violence and Asian violence, that might sometime come up. So that's my second concern. And the third concern is the Oxford job. The third concern is the Oxford job. What if I get my Oxford job on maybe in the next 10 days? And what should I say to Oxford? Should I tell them give me 1 month extension because I've moved to a new house and I need to settle down and things like that? So probably they'll agree to that, and that's my main concern. So there's a lot of decisions. So life is full of, like, the main problem is taking all these decisions in life, because at this point in time I have not taken many decisions in life. I'm just doing a job every day, doing my daily grind. I'm not taking any major decisions, just being lazy and procrastinating all the decisions for the future, like when I'm going to buy a house, when I'm going to settle down, when I'm going to have a family, when I'm going to, yeah, all those things, get married and all those things. So main thing is that I've not made any decisions in life, and mainly it's probably because I do believe that for me money is the most important factor, and if I don't have a stable income for myself, which I can say it's my own, and I have, it's so stable that I should not be bothered by anyone. I should not have any fear of losing my job. And with the software industry, I have lost that fear kind of, because once you get into a job in a software industry, you are kind of permanent. I have been kind of given a permanent job. This is a permanent job, but still it's a 3-month probation period. So with a 3-month probation period, they can do anything they want, but at the same time, yeah, the fourth concern is again this probationary period, and also the fact that the office is slightly full of younger people, shorter people who might be slightly triggered by me. I'm probably taller, I'm bolder, I'm much older slightly. I have maybe slightly slower response to compared to them, and more relaxed kind of person. So some people can get bothered by either the fact that I'm much more intelligent or much more stupid, or I don't know, whichever thing they consider. Whatever it is, some people might like to set up a case against me for no reason. So that's one of the main problems, and usually, I hope not, it happens once in a while, but don't want to become like a target practice for all these people. Like for example, Donald Trump became a target. He's been a target for many years. He's been shot at now. So it's not, he's big, he's easy to see. He's like an elephant in the room. People are going to take a shot at him, and he speaks a lot of he speaks his mind. So if you keep doing the same thing, that's my main fear, is that when I speak, I don't want to become a target to anyone, trying to be safe from everyone. That's the main concern. Yeah. So yeah, don't have to say things like Donald Trump. Just try to be more like Joe Biden and be more safe. But yeah, once you get older, they'll always call you a creep in any way. So the new office would be interesting. So that's my main concern now. And moving my house is very stressful. It's a very stressful situation. Changing locations, first of all, load everything into the van, take my car, drive along with the van, maybe go ahead of the van and go to Reading, and then wait for the van to send me a message, and then be available at the room, take instructions about how to open the room and things, all those things. Yeah. So finally I'm ready for it. So all these things are the main concerns. It's more like a big task. The task itself is not a trivial task, moving a house. And moving a house with a van, with a car, or put all the remaining stuff into the car. So all these things have to be done, and that room is not a permanent room. It's probably for the next 6 months, and I'll have to find another room after that. So that's kind of creating some like a temporary kind of unsettling situation for me. Like my mind becomes really a bit worried that there is no permanent place to settle down. Like for example, in this room, I was just happy just sitting on my chair in my single room, and like it was pretty good. But in the new room, I'll be happy in the room, but I'm paying too much for it, and it's almost like very expensive. You're almost like a homeless person. You have to move out in 6 months, so it's a bit like a very temporary situation. So um, having moved in so many places, I'm almost like one of these people, like these homeless people who keep on moving from one place to the other. That's what they call no fixed abode. So I have to keep a record of all the places I moved in. In the last 10 years, it would be almost like 7 to 8 locations. So I think every year I move to a new place. So that's the main concern. But I don't care about it so much because I do consider the whole country as my own house. It's like, for me, the whole country is a very stable place to live in. I can give any address in UK anywhere. It doesn't matter. I can say I moved from this place to that place in 6 months or a year. But for me, is the whole country is very standardized. There's no difference between Manchester or Liverpool or Coventry or Cambridge. They're all the same to me. For me, it's just United Kingdom. So it's just exactly very standardized, very similar. Everywhere you go, within a mile, you'll have a Tesco or a supermarket. In every couple of kilometers, gas station everywhere, place to rent everywhere, place to move everywhere. Everything is perfect. Like there are so many facilities here, gyms everywhere. Whatever you want is there. Cities close by. Birmingham is close by. London is close by. Manchester was close by. So everywhere you go, you'll have a big city. So it's like an amazing country in a way. Like materialistically, it's highly advanced because every city is almost like a country. Because if you go to Dubai, for example, Dubai is like a city and a country at the same time. But there's nothing much about it. It's just a beach and good weather, and that's it. But each and every city in this country is highly developed. You have all the facilities, high speed broadband. Everything is very standardized. There's nothing lacking in any part of the country. Even if you go to Scotland, everything is perfectly good facilities, absolutely amazing, and there's no point complaining about anything here, because this is like hundreds of countries, small countries put together. So even if you go to Wales, on the beach, near the beach, you can live anywhere in Wales, you can live anywhere in Scotland, you can go to the most remote parts of the country. Everything is highly connected and highly populated. Every place is populated. There's very intelligent people everywhere. So you have to keep your eyes and ears open, because people are very smart over here, and they will be keeping a watch on you. And don't expect everything is highly advanced here. So you might say UK is a depressing place and things like that, but the people are very, very advanced here. And maybe America is also something similar like this, maybe much better than this, because they have capitalism, and in fact in America you can buy a gun and you can shoot anyone. And in America you can also go to the stores and buy probably hundreds of better items than the UK. That's why sometimes I think America has more money, so they can create more so America has more products in their supermarkets. They have probably, I think that's the case, because I've seen they have so many different products and items in their supermarkets, different flavors of foods. But here in the last 5 years, the supermarkets have been the same. All the supermarkets produce the same kind of category for every item. So that's one of the main concerns I have for this country, is that the country is that's my main complaint about this country, is that the supermarkets are highly regulated. You can't have new products. There's not much innovation going on in this country. Like for example, there's a lot of innovation going on in America. That's the problem. There's new things coming up, and the amount of new things coming up in America is 100 times more. And yeah, in that case, I think America is almost much farther. But on the other hand, here you have the NHS. Here you have a job seekers allowance and support for people who are handicapped or things like that, and people who are single mothers. They provide you with some income, with some handouts, and yeah. So, but I think America and so UK and Australia are very similar. I think UK, Australia, and Canada as well. I don't know much about Canada. I think Canada doesn't have the same facilities as UK. For example, maybe they have welfare. I think they have almost similar as UK. They have the same like government healthcare. So in a way, I think I would probably like to live in America for probably a year and see what's the difference, because there's a lot of different products in the supermarkets. I want to try out all the foods, and yeah, I'm always interested by the American food products, because they've got very different high quality foods. I think like they've got a rich Germanic influence, because they had a lot of Germans in America when America was first created. So the areas where, for example, Philadelphia was mostly Germans. I think Germans were highly, yeah. That I have a lot of like fascination about German food and German stuff, because they have like really interesting, rich kind of foods, good cheese, good bread, good beer, and things like that. So different flavors of different things. So more variety. That's what I like about probably the American food, and also maybe the German food, and some things which we don't know anything about here in the UK. Yeah, so in terms of that, I think Germany has a whole world of different things which we don't know about. But anyway, all those things might be just temporary. You might get fed up of those after a couple of days. You might learn about all those things and not worry about it after a while. But that's about it. I will now end my talk. I have to go back home and cook something. So what's the final news for me? The final summary is trading is going really well, and most probably I'm going to Reading and joining the Reading job, and in the next 2 days, if I get any message from Oxford, I'll have to think about it. And apart from that, I have to make the big move from here to Reading, so that's the next part. So yeah, and this is the last 2 days in this town, and I'll have to just wrap everything up in here, and I have nothing to lose here. I didn't make any friends. I didn't make any enemies. I am just completely have no emotions, completely neutral for this place, and so that's why I like this place. It's just good, most ideal place. I didn't commit to anything, so I will end my talk now and spend my last 2 days in this town. Maybe tomorrow I'm thinking of going to the cathedral, which I have never visited in this town, because Lichfield has something called as the Lichfield Cathedral. So every city in this country is called as a city based on the definition of a city in this country is that it has to have a cathedral, and this city has a cathedral. It's not based on population, it's actually whether the city has a cathedral or not. And so Lichfield has a cathedral, and most small towns in England have a population of around 100,000, which is common, but Lichfield has a cathedral, so Lichfield is considered a city. I will go to the cathedral tomorrow because I have never seen it up close. It's a beautiful cathedral, very tall spire. So I'll make a small video about it. I will not give up my opportunity to, because opportunity to document what I have there. And yeah, life is short and you should always make the best of it. I thought I would go today, but I was stuck in some trading stuff, and also I had some food cooking at the time in the afternoon. So I make sure tomorrow I'll go in the early morning and maybe come back by afternoon and by lunch, and then start doing my usual stuff and come back to the gym tomorrow. And what's my final message for this town, Litchfield? Yeah, I did have a good time here. I will miss it, but it's a very small town, and yeah, that's why I really liked it. And yeah, you only yeah, it's I just got very used to this place, and I just like it. I like the place, and I don't know, I want to, yeah, that's why I didn't go very close to London, because I know there's a lot of issues with immigrants and all those things. Like if you go on the streets, you don't even see any British people anymore. Like places in Reading are similar to all those places in London. Like you don't see any British people anymore on the streets. So I just want to live in a small town like this, where I'm just I'm just hiding somewhere in the part of the city where, and most of the people are still the same, the people of the country. So yeah, Reading is probably going to be different, because on Wikipedia I saw that it's got a huge Indian population, huge Polish population, huge black population. So all that complications, I mean, I'm not bothered by it, but my life is short and I have to think about my job, and how to save myself from any possible sabotage from my landlord. Yeah, that's my main concern. So just make sure that the people that I deal with don't damage me, but people I don't know anyone, I don't care about them. So just try to reduce the amount of acquaintances that I have. Try to reduce the amount of damage from the people you know, and that's it. The best thing is always to avoid people. I mean, in my case, but maybe, yeah, in the future it will change. Maybe I will enjoy talking to people in the future. I didn't really have any good experience of yeah, it's just probably my own problem. Maybe I didn't find people who appreciate me, or maybe I don't appreciate those people who I met. So it's a mutual problem, so it's not really anybody's issue. So I tried to make a lot of friends in the past, but yeah, I've thought about it a lot. I tried almost for about 5 years to make friends here, and the only friends I made were kind of, they were either yes, they had some mental problems, and they were kind of lonely people who were abandoned by most of the people. And so I had this advantage of, you know, making friends with them, because nobody liked them. So it's not a good idea to make friends like that, but that will backfire on you at some point, because they will cause some damage to your social life as well. Because yeah, they are like dead ends, so there's no point in making friends with them. Yeah, there's no real solution to this. I have not found anyone who is like highly worthy of being my friend. And yeah, I mean, the only friends I could make now is probably the opposite sex, and that's why I would probably like to have a life partner. That's all I would probably hope from that department in the future. So, and yeah, so I'm done with that. So I'll go back home now and deal with my dinner and have a shower. So talk to you tomorrow.